Welcome back to Latte Hour. Hope you all are doing well today. Before I get started, I wanted to take you back to a video that I've previously done called "Why Don't You Have One of These Yet?" or something to that effect. And that video was about how to make coffee with a French press, specifically a latte. And in that video, I believe I steamed my milk in the microwave. Um, but I was taken to YouTube University this weekend and saw a girl um, steam her milk and then froth it in the French press as well after making her coffee in the French press. And I was like, wow, it does have a coffee frother inside of there. That's what I get for not reading the instructions. So, uh, want you all to know I made a very good latte this weekend using just the French press, making the coffee in there first, and then following that with frothing my warm milk. So, just in case, there's some of you out there just like me who totally missed that feature. Anyways, let's jump into today's topic. I don't know how much you follow what's been happening since the pandemic um, with health issues of people who have long COVID, and then also people who suspect they were injured by some of the medical interventions during this time, if you know what I mean. So I know early on, the same report that the three-letter agency came out with about the pandemic somewhat being planned, I had already come to that conclusion within 1 month, looking at all of the scientific journal studies from the past, and then kind of looking at the profile of the virus. And so, if you want to call it that. And so I had already, come to that same conclusion that it took them 2 years to come to. And so ever since then, I've always looked into the VAERS database to see what kind of adverse events were happening with the medical intervention, as well as followed a lot of the scientific studies that have come out after on long COVID and other health issues that have arisen. So particularly, you might have heard of some of the funeral home embalmers finding blood clots in quite a good number of their, I don't want to call them patients, I don't know what to call them, but yeah, post-mortem, finding blood clots in the bodies of people who have passed away, and them suspecting that it was a side effect of the medical intervention. And so as time has gone on, we've seen more and more people or scientists characterize these clots as amyloid clots or fibrin clots. And so there was a paper recently that a famous YouTube retired nurse had gone over, saying how these clots are fibrin based, but they have different proteins than you would find in the normal fibrin clots that our bodies make. But also that in the paper was found that people who produce these clots also don't have a very good mechanism for breaking them down because they're missing plasminogen, which helps break down the fibrin or amyloid clots. And so it got me to thinking, I keep seeing this commercial, do you have cardiac amyloidosis? And if you know what commercial I'm talking about, yeah. It's like, okay, so now we have all these kind of new medical interventions that are solving a problem that I've never heard of before, really. It's like, it's almost like they're playing in our faces. I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but it feels that way. And then, surprise, surprise, there were more drugs that were approved by another 3-letter agency that says everything is safe and effective when they put their stamp on it. And this drug was approved for people with a rare plasminogen deficiency in 2021. Interesting timing, right? I find that real interesting. So we have all of these drugs out here addressing these quote unquote rare problems that are actually, I think over time we're going to find out they're not so rare in people who took the medical intervention during the pandemic. And we're going to see a lot more people find out that they have these amyloid or fibrin blood clots, if you want to call it that, and that these might actually be causing death. I think we're going to see that as time goes by. And then you have all of these people who have long COVID, who have, I guess, respiratory issues, if you want to say that, or oxygenation issues, or just trouble. They feel winded pretty easily. Yeah. You know who else feels winded pretty easily? People with blood clots. Then we have the medications that cardiac amyloidosis medications or plasminogen deficiency medications, and I'm sure there are others if I were to keep going down the rabbit hole. I'm purposefully not mentioning any names in this video of any agencies or any drugs, but they're pretty easy to find if you search basically what I just said. And everything in this video is alleged. I am not a medical doctor, and none of this is medical professional advice. This is just things I come up with in my own mind. And so I think the conclusion is, folks, if you haven't already come to the conspiracy theorist side, it might be about time to come to that side and start really paying attention to what you're putting in your body, number one. But number two, what's your role in society, and are you holding up a system that benefits only the people who seek to control the entire society? Tough question and tough answer. Like, what do you do when you answer the question and you find out that you might be? Do you stick to your role in society and work as an inside agent from the inside out? Do you quit from that role in society because your morals won't let you touch it any longer? These are all questions that we have to ponder as humanity, as suspicions rise that humanity as a collective might be being put under an illusion and taken in the wrong direction. So hopefully y'all will do some of your own research and do a lot of introspection and a lot of thinking on how we move forward. That's all for now. Okay, and before I leave, I want to say, if you'd like to download one of the digital stickers that I have. You can copy and paste the site that I have in the description box, and it's free. But if you'd like to quote unquote buy me a latte or donate or pay as much as you like for the digital sticker, you can do that as well. And I believe that's it for announcement. So thank you all, and bye now.